Thank you for tuning in to Sophisticated Sunday, produced by Black Spectrum Network. Click the subscribe button and the bell button to get the latest updates on this YouTube channel. You can purchase a private psychic reading by going to blackspectrumnetwork.com. If you want spiritual guidance to learn how to work with your ancestors or are interested in deepening your spiritual experiences, subscribe to our Patreon. You can get these and other videos at least 1 week ahead of their YouTube release date for just $2. That's patreon.com/Black Spectrum Network. Welcome to the series, Ancient Egyptians, The Power of Melanin. For the majority of this reading, I'm going to be using my spirit board to communicate with the spirits and asking them questions about the power of melanin. Okay? If any of this does or doesn't make sense, please go, any of this doesn't make sense, please go into the comment section. And in the comment section, just ask for me to clarify. And in a future video, I will clarify some of the things discussed in this reading. So the way that this works is I have a pendulum. I'm going to hold this pendulum over my spirit board. It swings, and when it swings, I can literally hear and see it spelling words. So we're going to go ahead with the reading. I want to know, what are the magical characteristics of melanin? This biological trait helps those with it to develop stronger spells in the sunlight, period. Those with melanin are able to strengthen their spiritual work in the heat, working with fast and hot spirits more easily than those without melanin, period. Those spirits who require sunlight will be more honored in service of them, because melanin allows for the body to absorb the solar rays and become stronger from the outside and within, period. So basically, so far, they're saying that if you have melanin and you know that the spirits that you have to work with are hot, or they like to be in hot temperatures, they're hot-headed, you may have an easier time working with them, because those energies would typically want to be worked with in the sunlight, and in hot places, where the temperature is hot. So it's easier for you to work with them. So because of your melanin, and your melanin also, does your melanin give you special authorization or special access to hot spirits? Yes, absolutely. Period. These entities will try to start working first with those who are with melanin, because they have a deep connection to the ways and of serving these spirits, period. Usually a direct pathway, direct lineage to these spirits, period. Okay, so now, does melanin give you special access to certain deities or spiritual entities, like the ancestors, deities such as Oshun, or other entities like the ancestors or poltergeists? Can you get special access to those? Absolutely, yes. And melanin, the properties of melanin allow for governance over these entities and energies within the traditions of Congo culture. These the 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 servants of the spirits, the ancestors. They're talking about the people. They're calling them servants of the ancestors. Were using their melanin to empower their ritual work, creating deities. No, centering their work around deities with melanin, because they were thought to be able to live on the stars, period. Their skin would work as protective armor from the cosmos to protect from solar rays, period. So now what the spirits are saying is that the Congo people had a belief, and this needs to be historically verified, but the Congo people had a belief that the deities that they worship had melanin in their skin to protect them from the harshness of the sun's rays. And they felt that the sun was a star or made of cosmic fire, and the melanin allowed for the deities that they worship to exist on the stars or the planets that they were looking up to, or they were looking at or working with. So I hope that makes sense. So we also get special access to certain deities and certain ancestors, and the ancestors with melanin will give wisdom about the culture of the family. So basically, ancestors with melanin, if you have ancestors with melanin, pray to them and ask for them to help you know more about your family's homeland or your family's history. How will they let you know? Usually through dreams. They will show the future generations how the people were interacting and serving the spirits, period. Okay. So did the ancient Egyptians emphasize the importance of melanin in their cultural or social interactions? In some respects, absolutely. Period. Those with dark hues were told to be the descendants of the most ancient peoples, and the darkness of the skin was venerated for its ability to withstand heat and working in the sun would help future generations be spiritually and physically strong. As you reference them as ancient Egyptians, we say the first people. The first people did have reverence and understanding of the nature of melanin and its ability to determine the future of the population, period. Those with melanin lived longer, didn't die from heat related deaths, and were more able to reproduce successfully without dying in trying to carry a child, period. Explain the historic and cultural significance of Cleopatra and her melanin. Her melanin, beautiful, beautiful, period. I want to know, I guess what I want to know more specifically from you, Spirit, is can you tell me why her, tell me more about, like, more than just his beauty. Her melanin should not be a focal point here in her successful reign as a queen. She was gifted not because of her melanin, but because of lineage. She and her beauty was revered for perfect skin and her large nose and eyes. With these things, she and her linguistic intelligence and analytical war strategies, she was appreciated, and she intended for messages to be spread about her beauty. She controlled the news, the local interactions, and discourses about her. She promoted in her imagery a message influencing those under her rule how to praise her for her protection through supreme reigning and beauty, period. In her representation, her energy cares not for the biological melanin, because it was not used for or against her, but she did live as a brown complected woman with 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 melanin with melanin with melanin shining like fire in a mirror when in the sun, period. So basically, Queen Cleopatra's melanin didn't. It had little to no significance in determining her beauty. I mean, it's almost as though she knew that she could control what people thought about beauty and what people thought about her beauty, and she wasn't particularly pressed to tell people that, hey, I'm beautiful because, I have a lot of melanin. It's like everyone had melanin that she ruled and reigned over, but the features that she wanted to promote as beautiful were not about her skin tone, but she was someone that that did have a lot of melanin. Her energy is definitely one that doesn't care for that to be emphasized or underemphasized, but she in remaining accurate to what she looked like. The energy definitely says, brown complected. Okay. So why were European royals, scientists, religious leaders, and philosophers so interested in studying and justifying the elimination of those who have melanin? These so-called civilizations were completely distraught about their loss of power in the ruling the world, feeling incomplete as a community, and thinking that by conquering others, they would find completion. A deep fascination with melanated people's culture because of a lack of respect for it, intimidated by it, trying to find out if they should fear these people because of their connection to the stars. Period. Stars, not only the sun. Melanin has a connection with stars, ability to communicate with extraterrestrial life through deep spiritual worship and ability to command the cosmos with the help of the past generations in the bloodline, period. These groups have not prospered enough in the spirit realm. They dominate melanated peoples in the spirit realm, but fail to fight winning battles in the spirit realm. Wait. So yeah, no, physical realm, then spirit realm. Okay. Period. We are saying that as above, not so below. Period. A fear of inferiority because of the inability to work under strenuous conditions and to repopulate successfully without having their culture and biology changed. Period. Melanin is a strong chemical substance and will help those transitioning their future generations into longer lifespans. Period. So basically, if you intend to keep the bloodline going and going and going and going and going, melanated people, having melanin in the bloodline just definitely helps. It says they're saying melanin helps to increase the rates of births in the family overall. And it says those with melanin who have fatty tissue cells will achieve greater success in having successful childbirths. Period. By withholding and diminishing the importance of the information about melanin, these people, we can go to a different